Welcome to the Fantasy Throwdown Podcast, bringing you the latest updates from the world of sports, gambling, and pop culture. Because you can't have a show without hot takes or a Tiger King meme these days. Know what I'm saying? Now, with over 200 episodes and ready to get after it again, here's your host, Dwayne Callender.
All right, folks, it is Sunday night. We've got the afternoon games winding down. We've got upsets happening. We had Washington come back to beat the Raiders in a lackluster game. We've got Seattle leading San Francisco. We've got the Steelers, who just scored a touchdown, to go up by a touchdown with 2 minutes to go against the Ravens. And, you know, I'm watching these games, Callie. I'm bringing you on here because you're watching with me. I'm just going to say, like, this is some of the most brain-dead football you're going to see. And I don't know if it's the time of year where we're now entering December and guys are just mentally losing focus, but we're just seeing mental errors left and right from not only players, but coaches, because the Ravens basically allowed the Steelers to run down the clock with an 8+ minute drive, by and large, so that they barely got any time left on the clock. Like, this Steelers drive it felt like it dragged on forever and took up pretty much most of the fourth quarter. Yeah, you're on, Callie.
No, I didn't hear what you guys watching this thing.
Yeah, no, I was saying this last Steelers drive here, it took up basically most of the fourth quarter, because if you're looking at the drive, that drive, it took up a good 5+ minutes of the clock, and in real time, that drive took over 10 minutes.
Well, I don't understand. I haven't understand what it is Baltimore was trying to do in this entire second half. I'm telling you, I have no idea how come Pittsburgh is still in this game.
Because the Steelers have scored 17 points in this fourth quarter, and I'll be honest with you, all the Steelers have done is run 4-yard pass plays because Ben can't throw the ball down the field, so they keep running pick plays, and Baltimore keeps getting suckered in with pick plays. It literally, it's just pick plays because Pittsburgh knows that Ben can't throw any passes over 10 yards. And so they keep doing the short yardage pass plays, and Baltimore keeps getting caught with it every single time.
Yeah. It's telling you. And now the Steelers have helped out Baltimore by kicking the ball out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's too good to be true. It's crazy. I'm telling you.
I mean, the biggest beneficiary to all of this are the Browns, because the Browns should have been dead and buried by the Bengals. The Bengals obviously got hammered today, but the Bengals should have pulled away in this division today if they took care of business. Baltimore should have pulled away in this division if they took care of business. The Browns are just hanging around there with Baker Mayfield and his bum shoulder sitting at home when Baker should have been on IR, not taking his team's chances of actually making the playoffs. Because you got Ben with, like, basically not one, but like 1.5 feet in the grave, like literally on clinging, because Pittsburgh just doesn't have anyone else that knows the offense as well as Ben to execute just the most rudimentary of plays at this point. I mean, the crazy part about this is, again, Ben isn't even the worst quarterback in the division, and Ben can't throw over 10 yards right now.
Yeah, Ben, like I tell you, Ben, the best song by the for the day that says Ben has been trying to let the Pittsburgh organization know that he's done. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? I mean, Ben's been done started. I'm telling you, Mike Tomlin has to be the greatest coach they ever had, because for Pittsburgh to be where they are, okay, with no quarterback, because I'm telling you, Mason Rudolph cannot play quarterback in this league. He is terrible. I don't know what they saw when they drafted him, but he is terrible.
Well, I know what they saw. They saw that he had a big arm and he could throw down the field. The problem is he has absolutely zero situational awareness or pocket presence.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what they saw in Mason Rudolph. It's just that he can't read NFL defenses to save his life and no pocket awareness.
Yeah. He had winnable games when he was playing, when Ben was out. And he couldn't win any of them.
Like right now, Pittsburgh is playing this prevent defense, and it's the one way you could get Lamar back in this game, because if you give Lamar windows to throw into, he can hit those throws. It's when you give him less space, he's not going to be able to make some of these throws. Like, I don't know why Pittsburgh's playing prevent.
Well, it's because they want to lose. It prevents you from losing. I mean, Bill Parcells, oh my God, you can't get beat there.
Because you can play bracket coverage, but you can't just completely back off and give Lamar the middle of the field to throw into. It's just that's just too easy for him.
Some of these teams play prevent defense, and I have no idea. You're giving up first downs. I hope you realize when you give up a first down, this guy's got three. He's got three more tries, 4, because in that situation it's 4 down territory. So I don't understand why you're giving up all those yards on first down. I know you don't want him to throw a pass over your head, but Jesus, I mean, it's like 15 seconds, and next thing you know, you're at your 10-yard line. I mean, come on. It's crazy the way how they play. They always play that.
Yeah, but
oh my God, you can't. You've got to tackle.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Baltimore scoring a touchdown here. I can already see this happening. Baltimore is going to score a touchdown here, and
touchdown.
You know what's going to happen. Harbaugh's going to try to go for 2 here, and try to see if he can trick Tomlin, because this is a Harbaugh. This would be such a Harbaugh move to go for 2 here. Oh yeah, he is trying to go for 2 here. Okay, it looks like the Steelers are calling timeout, but.
I never understand these. What is this about the 2nd game for the day that people play prevent and haven't won anything?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! He dropped it. It wasn't a good throw, but he dropped it. Wow. Wow. It's not a drop. It's the throw is just too far Like Lamar has to put just a little bit more air under that, but at the same time, yeah, you execute the play, you're a genius. You don't execute it, you get questioned out. I'm not a fan of the two for the win approach, to be perfectly honest. But Lamar missed the throw there.
Normally, when they tip it like that, it goes up in the air and you run back under it. This one goes forward.
Yeah, it's just he put too much.
He put a little too much on it.
Yeah, he needed more touch on the pass, and the thing is, it's one of those where if you put too much on it, it's not going to work. Like if you put too much on it, the defender can break up that play. So you have to have something on it. It's just it didn't work out. But anyway, now that we know Pittsburgh's won this game somehow, I still can't believe Pittsburgh won this game. Unbelievable. Yeah, let's talk Sunday Night Football because we got the Broncos and the Chiefs. I know you've been down on the Chiefs more than I have, but do you think there's any chance the Broncos actually stay competitive in this game?
Well, look, the only thing with the Broncos is that their defense is actually, since Von Miller has left us, so that defense has been playing better. So I think they can hang because I still don't believe in the Chiefs yet because the defense has been playing better of late, but I still don't trust that defense. So I think that the defense is an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I'm very much cautious about giving any credence to this Denver team because I've seen this Denver team just mail in performances left and right this season. So I don't know which Denver team we're going to get tonight in primetime because this game could either play really close where Denver has a chance to win throughout the game or is leading for most of the game, or this could just turn into a boat race where KC is up on them by 2 scores by halftime, and then we kind of just play out the second half, just for the hell of it. Because I don't see Denver, if they don't get off to a good start, I don't see Denver rallying to be competitive in this game. That's my take on it.
Yeah, like I said, I know the Chiefs has been playing much better, but I still don't. I am really nervous every time they come out with that defense.
That was literally wow. That was your 4th down call? That was the 4th down call? Man, like the 49ers, I mean.
Let me tell you something. That 49ers team right now depends on Debo so much that when he's not there, when Debo is not there, that team, it's, they're beatable.
Well, that was the thing. When we went through picks earlier in the week, we thought Debo was going to be playing in this one. When the news came out Debo wasn't playing, I thought, okay, they should still be able to take care of business because they should be able to run the ball on that Seattle defense and wear them out down the line. This game, I mean, I don't I don't know what San Francisco's game plan is because Jimmy G is throwing the ball too much. I don't understand why San Francisco, even with the rushing attack that they do, Jimmy G should. I know people are going to say Elijah Mitchell only had 3 yards to carry. He had 22 carries in this game. Yes. But the problem is Jimmy G cannot be throwing the ball 30 plus times a game. He can't. Kittle put up yardage. But like the problem is that when you're throwing the ball as much, if you don't have a number one wide receiver, you're wasting your time trying to spread out the field because Kittle had 9 catches. Ayuk was the next highest receiver with 3 catches. And like no one is getting separation on this team. Like if you are setting up your offense this way, you need to be calling screens. You need to be calling running back screens, wide receiver screens. Somebody's got to be getting the ball in space with blockers out in front. If you can't get separation, you got to be calling more screenplays. I don't care about if you're not going to run the ball, your passing game has to be turned into a more of a running based passing scheme and call screenplays. But like San Francisco trying to chuck the ball down the field is not a winning strategy ever.
Well, one of the problems I always have with Shanahan is that so when Shanahan has a game plan and he starts and he gets it working, it's great. But when the other team counter punches, he doesn't have an answer. It's been going on since that Super Bowl that they lost, where he was, New England couldn't stop him at all. And then as soon as New England started, doing stuff, he could change nothing. He had no answer for it.
Yeah.
And they just lost that big lead.
Yeah. Anyway, Callie, I'm gonna have to do the DFS portion with the Bills, but just a quick take. You've got the Chiefs winning, but the spread is at 10 points at this point for this one. You definitely are taking the Broncos side in terms of the spread, right?
Yeah, because I can tell you, I have a real problem backing that Chiefs defense that they're not going to be giving up points.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you, Callie.
Yeah. So I can't see 10 points. Unless they start and Denver gets shut down. But Bridgewater doesn't turn the ball over a lot. So I don't see 10 points.
Yeah. All right, Callie. Well, I'll let you go, but we'll catch up during the game.
Okay. All right.
All right. Yep. Take it easy. So, getting into the build for the showdown tonight, I kind of see my dad's point because I talked about it earlier where I wanted to be on Javonte Williams just with the potential of this game staying way closer than people are giving it credit for tonight. I think it's very much the truth that, if we look at this, the build kind of screams a case where Javonte is close enough to give the Chiefs trouble. And by playing him, you can get this a little bit closer in terms of some of these builds. So I'm looking at this from the standpoint of most people are going to try to play Mahomes or Tyreek or Kelsey. I think if you play Javonte, you can fit in every Chiefs player, Mahomes, Hill, and Kelsey. And still, if you throw in a Darrell Williams or Byron Pringle, you can plug in another player in this game, and that is going to get you different. I'm just saying this game should be a lot closer than people are giving it credit for. And, I don't see this being the whitewash that people are expecting it to be. Maybe I'm being too naive about how good Javonte Williams is, but I just look at this as a case where if you play Broncos defense and, maybe there's a turnover somewhere, you never know. Like someone fumbles, like there's just opportunities that something goofy can happen, and you're playing you're playing a cheap piece by having Javonte in there. I just think it gives you the opportunity, and you're still getting the 85% of the Chiefs offense because it's still just going through Kelsey and Hill and Mahomes, and you just don't have to worry about forcing in the other pieces. Like, I'm not playing Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm just not doing it. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you can play the Broncos passing game, but who's more likely to get there? The Chiefs receiving pieces or the Broncos receiving pieces with Teddy Bridgewater? It's possible Teddy has a good game too passing, but I think a lot of it still depends on Javonte Williams being productive in the run game. So I'm playing Javonte Williams from the build perspective. I think a Cortland Sutton or Jerry Jeudy, they're 6,800, 7,200 respectively. You can throw them in there. You don't necessarily need to play Teddy Bridgewater in the build tonight if you're playing Javonte Williams too. So I think you can fit in the Chiefs. You don't have to fit in Hill and Kelsey. But I'm saying if you're playing Javonte Captain, you can fit in Mahomes, Hill, and Kelsey all together and do it that way. But you don't have to. You can pick and choose your battles because Hill and Kelsey don't always get there together. So if you play them separately, then yeah, you can fit in a Jerry Jeudy or Cortland Sutton and do it that way, and then fit in some other pieces. So I think there are plenty of ways to go. I just think to get different, having a Broncos player in the captain and Javonte would be my pick on the Broncos side. I think that's kind of the way to go, in my opinion, of how to do the build. So, we'll see how the game goes, but I'm very much curious on this one because I can absolutely see a case where, we play the skill position players of the Broncos. You play Mahomes and a receiver with Darrell Williams. That build could be different enough to get you in a really good spot in a GPP format. I'm just saying it's something worth considering. So I'm going to get out of here because we got to get this uploaded shortly. So that's all for now, folks. But good luck tonight, and until next time.
Thanks for listening to the Fantasy Throwdown Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all other major outlets.